Hi, I'm Matteo Rashaki, CEO of Voodoo Brewing Company. Welcome to the compound. I'm here to walk you through a little bit about our brewing process and some of the equipment that we have here at the compound, aka the production facility. The process starts fundamentally with our base ingredient, which is 2-row malt. We have a silo outside that houses about 55 to 60,000 pounds of 2-row malt. Bring it into the building, and it works on a chain disc system into a grist case, which is up above me here. We can actually pack that with the entire grain bill of the beer that we are about to make. We then put it into the next tank, which is our hydrator. It's the first time that we're going to have that grain interact with moisture, and we're going to hydrate here in this first tank. After that, go back to the next tank, our second tank. That's essentially our mash tun. You'll see there are some great big rakes in there. It's going to agitate that beer, and the main goal is to extract the sugar from those grains. We're going to take that liquid solution from here and transfer it to our third tank. This tank here is our kettle. We're gonna bring that to a big rolling boil. You're gonna do any of your initial hop additions at that point. When we're done with our boil, it goes to our last tank, our fourth tank, which is essentially a big whirlpool. We're gonna circulate that beer and try to extract any remaining small bits of solids that are in there before we go through our heat exchanger. So we're gonna crash cool that 200+ degree liquid to about city water temperature, somewhere between 65, 75 degree range. We're gonna take it over to a fermenter. That's gonna be where we introduce yeast for the first time. Here at Voodoo Brewing Company, we are using at any given time about 6 or 7 different house yeast strains. A couple of them are proprietary, and a couple of them are invite-only access. So we're very excited about what we got going on over here. The yeast is going to sit in the fermenter, and it's going to start eating those sugars that we've extracted. We're going to take a gravity reading, which is essentially like the viscosity of the beer when we introduce that yeast, and we're also going to take another reading when the yeast is finished consuming all the sugars. It's going to give us our final gravity or viscosity, and the distance that we've created between those two numbers is going to be your ABV. In a product like Voodoo Love Child, where we're 9.3% ABV, that distance is much larger than in a product like our empty calories, which is 4.7%. It's going to be a little bit smaller gap between those two numbers. Any tank that has a conical bottom on it, it actually is shaped that way for a reason. Here at Voodoo Brewing, as much as humanly possible, we're going to go cone to cone with this yeast strain into the next batch of beer that we're making. Either that, or we're going to harvest out of the bottom of that, and we're going to keep it in a yeast brink. Sometimes we can get up to 100+ generations out of a single yeast pitch, which is pretty long-term use out of a very important piece of the puzzle. After it's done fermenting, we're going to transfer to a bright tank or a finishing tank. Those have a flat bottom on them. That'll be where we'll add any final ingredients, like our Voodoo Love Child. We'll put the Michigan Sour Cherry, Oregon Raspberry, and Passion Fruit in there. Maybe top off the carbonation, get it where we want it to be before we package into either a can, a bottle, or a keg. So behind me is our canning line. This is where we'll do majority of all of our packaging if anything goes into a can. It essentially starts here with a big pallet of bright cans, puts onto a conveyor, and it goes down a twist rinse. We use ionized air to sanitize the can without water before it goes into our packaging line. It's gonna fill those cans and seam it in that monoblock system over there before it comes over here to get labeled and then packed off 4 at a time. Currently, this will do about 200 cans per minute and has some expandability as well. Behind me is our bottling line. This machine will do about 100 bottles per minute, from champagne bottles to 12-ounce bottles, anything in between. One of the questions I get asked pretty often is, well, what makes Voodoo so special? Outside of having the world-class liquid that we believe in very heavily, and having the worldwide recognition for our brands and the Pure Lead Beer Festival circuit and all those other elements, we're investing constantly here at Voodoo Brewing Company in state-of-the-art equipment. Right here behind me are a couple of pieces of equipment that do exactly that. We have our flash pasteurizer, our grizzly hop, and our centrifuge. All these elements are able to help us create new products, innovate new styles, but at the same time, ensure the end user is getting a product that is exactly like the day we packaged it when they receive it. So here at Voodoo Brewing Company, we're very excited about the next stage to grow and expand our operations and grow right alongside our store owners. High tide rises all ships mentality. That's exactly what we believe in here at Voodoo Brewing Company. This 9.5 acre facility is already seeing a 10,000 square foot addition here in the fall, and we are going to be ready and able to meet your demands.